Artie?
Yeah, boy. Am I going into room 11 to check out what the Mr. Man saw?
It seems like a very classy made room. Other than a couple of things that are lying on the floor, everything still seems pretty orderly. From what you saw in the footage as well, someone went through it in a hurry, but apparently more times than just what you saw in the footage, because there are more things lying around. The computer there is already on. Anything specific you're looking for?
I want to find out exactly what exactly the guy himself was looking at in the video that made him scared. I want to try to work that out.
You can go to the PC and you see that there's a lock. It doesn't let you in.
I need him hacker skills.
But while you're there, you see that up there is a set of devices for communication. There are a set of pictures on the wall. There is a printer and there is a window simulation. There are also other sides to the room, but yeah, that's the first bunch.
I'll quickly take a look at the communication devices.
It seems like one of them is a debris phone. With your technological expertise, you can make of it that this is something that would work in emergencies as well. And definitely if you have certain communication codes, you could contact lots of people from here right now as well. And there also seems to be a gravity-dependent emergency signal that just, it has no subtle communication mechanism. It's already on and it's constantly sending a signal out from here to anyone who can receive it using gravity waves.
Can I keep that? That's something I can take around with me, or?
No, these are just actual like machines there, but you could try to deconstruct if you want. You can attempt to take things out.
Yeah, I'll try to do that.
Back to Cinder, Noel, and Sachiko.
So Sachiko walks up to Cinder and she says, "Hey, Sin and Mary Louise Parker, listen, this is just a hypothesis, but I think what we are facing here is actually the zombified version of the people whose body you're hijacking. We saw the toddler, and I guess we're going to see the other members of the family too. Again, this is just a guess, and I think they all will be pretty powerful. Also, I think we should go to the library of the house because it seems there are things that may be useful there."
Yeah, I know there's a big library here. My former host loved books.
Personally, I think things are a lot more fucked about here than they were in that machine.
Ben likes the psychedelic experience more.
I prefer tripping. This is some
and
bullshit.
That's directed at Ben, not even the character. Just like, of course you would like the psychedelic stuff more.
Well, dear, sometimes the real world has to win out.
And Noel, your hearing again lets you know of something. Oh, you're done already. Of course. Yeah, go back again. You disgust me. And you can hear scratching.
So, there's definitely someone else in this building. I don't know how good your guys' hearing are on those new bodies, but mine feels a lot better.
Cinder hears a little bit.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I probably hear a little bit of it.
I think that's the zombie daddy telling off the zombie kitty who's coming back to us. So get ready to fight for your lives.
I pick up the wire again, and I have one of the other cinders pick up the metal or wood thing that we had before.
Artie, you start to go through this and you see that you can definitely take out the debris phone, but you need to come up with a way to charge it. You need a battery to contain it when you want to use it. But you can definitely detach the debris phone and be able to use. Instantly, all the power goes out again. Noel, you can see again this toddler with its big deformed head and the jaw that's hanging low and can open up with rows of teeth. It just walks on, plump and full of fat and infection at the same time, hands just on the marble floor, and it just starts walking around and it's moving slowly towards the pet pod.
Can I see shit?
You're completely in the dark, Sachiko. What's your sight?
0.
No, you can't see shit.
Right, so I'm gonna try and use weak point then.
If I could see, I had a purge workout.
The weak points that you can kind of gather are actually attached to its back. You think that this thing has almost no weak points because it can instantly refuel, with this huge umbilical cord-like thing connecting its lower half to the hole that it's coming out of. Now connecting the new evidence that you have to the sounds you heard first time, you think that it actually detaches from that when it sees its food. Previously, that's what happened. And after catching it, again reattaches itself to it and starts going all the way up. That could be its weakness, but you don't think you can damage the umbilical cord. It's very thick. Whatever it is, if you cut it off from that somehow, that could be a weak point of it.
I'm gonna tell the two cinders that are near me, the armed ones, but try and make very little noise whilst telling them.
Okay.
You start whispering and you can almost hear it echo from the walls around while you're whispering. However, the creature doesn't seem to respond at all to your sound whatsoever, and starts coming closer and closer and closer, and grabs John's head, crushes it, and starts just dragging it all the way up, goes up the hole again, and the wires are still hanging out the wall, leaving you guys in darkness.
So is the power still off?
Yeah. This time the wires didn't reconnect as it went up, but the wires are just hanging there.
Okay. You want to reconnect the wires so you have
Someone's
power?
gonna have to fucking cover that doorway while I fix these fucking lights.
Artie, the smell seems to get stronger again, and you feel this like titillating feeling, this strange sensation go through you. You feel like something might be messing with your head. You feel like you can hear footsteps around you from different ages, different sizes, different people. You feel like there's a whole crowd just going around these rooms.
Is it just in general all around me, or is it anywhere in particular which smells stronger than other places?
You can start searching.
All right, let's do that because I can't see anything anyway. I'll use my
All right.
nose.
But Sachiko, you feel this much bigger figure looming over you, suddenly hits you side against the shoulder with his chest, as if just walking into you. And I think, yeah, both of you would naturally fall down onto the floor. And Artie, that's where the smell seems the strongest.
Sachiko? Or the ground?
Where Sachiko is standing, it seems like near the hallway where the paper was.
See. Can I sniff the paper?
Sachiko grumbles and says, "You're still acting like a gorilla."
Already ignores Sachiko. Doesn't do that though.
Imagine just
Is the paper stinky?
the paper doesn't smell like anything.
Oh, okay. Never mind. Continue.
You still have that same smell, that same phosphorus garlicky smell though. Cinder?
I'm gonna go ahead and go over to keep an eye on Noel and protect him while he fixes the wires.
Can't I use my speed just enough perk to just make it a one-turn fix?
Yep, you do. Here's the thing, there are a couple of wires here. What is your main goal? Just to bring back the lights? That's how speedy construction works. You sacrifice some parts.
Before I answer this question, by doing this, does that disable me from fixing anything else later?
No.
Then, yep, just the lights, yeah.
You connect the wires, lights turn back on. However, Sachiko and Artie, now the two of you, Sachiko, you right from underneath Artie's balls, you now notice that the ceiling above your head now reveals a vent that wasn't there previously. And Artie, you think that the hologram system is down. Now the ceiling doesn't look marble anymore, and lots of the walls and the decorations seem very different. It's still very classy, but not quite the same. But the lights are back on, the same lighting.
I'm going to try and bite his balls specifically.
Does Sachiko looks like she's in ball biting position, or is she just standing there?
No, I'm under you and I'm trying to bite your ball. Also, I'm using sneak.
Tongue. Can you make Sachiko roll for taste?
It's quadruple success. It's 4 suck for your balls. Artie doesn't really realize that Sachiko's down there,
All right.
unless there's any other reason for him to look down. And Cinder?
I'm gonna start scanning this new ceiling we have. See what
Alright.
there is to see.
And I want to go turn the power on completely. But yeah, then I'll go turn off the hologram system.
What happened to the ball biting?
You bite against Artie's balls. You can manage to control yourself, but it hurts a lot.
Yeah, I'll just start kicking and swinging wildly, probably, because it's my balls.
Yeah, I'd just like to say that is insanity. That even like a +20 that's a critical hit no matter what. That's biting.
Yeah, I don't think any pain tolerance would help.
And Sachiko, you're stunned for this round. Currently you're on the ground, not quite remembering some moments in the past for a little while. Cinder, you see all of this go down as you walk up and see that there are lines of vents that you think people could fit through, but also there are bits of blood dripping from them, and there are pieces of paper stuck against the vent. And keep in mind, the pod area itself is filled with lots of pieces of paper as well. These ones, however, from the vent seem very bloody.
Can I shove Sachiko in the vent?
You could try to throw Sachiko up.
Yeah, I want to throw Sachiko in the vent out of my anger.
Approximately how many people would it take to get up to the vent? Like, how many cinders does it stack to take?
It's pretty high up, but if the cinder above all of them jumps up, she could reach it.
Done. Acrobatics employed.
And I guess I'm going to hit you as you just...
And I will use commando for rolls, dashes, drops, and the like with no penalty for the next round's accuracy.
Sachiko being thrown up adds one level of difficulty as well. How do you want to dodge Sachiko being thrown headfirst towards you?
I'm gonna have Cinder kinda body surf off of her and just use it for extra leverage to get up and grab.
You do so, and you get up and grab while Sachiko hits the cinder underneath, and the two other cinders basically fall down while one cinder is grabbing onto the vent. You're grabbing onto the vent now.
Grab, take the paper, let it fall. And while I'm up there, I'm just gonna kind of listen with my hearing 6 while I'm just hanging out.
You can just about hear me say, "You didn't take a fucking rope."
Other than that, you also hear this working ventilation system that still seems to be, pretty refreshing. It's still pumping lots of air into this place, and there is a little faint bit of smell as well that's coming from there. You think it might be some sort of excrement or just general, maybe even dead body that's decomposing. Now the paper is down. All of you can see the paper now in front of you drop down. This is bloody as well.
Am I still stunned?
Nope. Your body hurts and you're in the embrace of one cinder.
Sachiko turns to Artie and says, "Okay, you half-evolved monkey. The next time you want to ignore me, remember your main brain." And I point to his balls.
Artie pushes her out of the way and says, "I don't have to listen to you. You're not even real." And he goes to turn on the power completely.
You do so, and again from above, as if someone's walking above with you, there's this voice, "Yeah, good job. Good job. You're getting there." And
Thanks.
Do I hear that?
nope. You don't seem to
Okay.
hear. You hear Artie reply to something. You don't know what's going on.
Sachiko thinks
Artie?
he is thanking him for biting his balls.
Artie, brother. Who are you talking to, sweetheart?
Artie just doesn't look at her and just goes, "Shut up."
No.
I'm going
Fine,
to
then.
try
I
and
don't do
bite
that
his
very
balls
well.
again.
All right, you see Sachiko approaching you again from behind.
No, not I just threaten it. I don't.
Oh.
I will look for the opportunity.
Progression 0. Yeah.
We're progressing the plot here. There's a lot of character development going around.
Oh, shit. It's a barn. All right. Yeah. Once I got the power on, I'm just gonna go back and turn on all the devices and finish what I was doing with the communication debris thing.
Turning back all the devices. Cinder, now that the devices are back on, the one that's hanging from the ceiling still seems to now see as if her hands and fingers are lodged into the luxurious ceiling with all the designs that appears in front of her. It seems like there's a holographic layer of decoration that suddenly appears both on the ceiling and towards 14 and 4 that look like big areas of living room and dining rooms.
Interesting. What else can I see from up here?
Again, it's just a very long hallway towards 13, Back behind you, there are the pods. You're just holding onto this vent, and you think you should be able to break it if you get more weight on it to open it up and then go up somehow.
Okay. What room? We need to fan out, honestly. We need to see what is each room. And Cinder Center will say that as well.
Just out of character, can't Cinder use all her clones at once? So, like, if she did have to use, like, a sporting skill, wouldn't she have an advantage because she's got 3 people watching her once?
Yeah.
Yeah, so if I use my watch points, I would have a huge advantage. All right, I'm gonna take 3, 2, and 1.
The 3 Cinders head off in the direction of the 3 rooms to the left top corner of this place. Artie, you go there, you turn all the devices back on, as you said, and the hologram thing is back on. And you also managed to detach the debris phone that would work almost anywhere.
All right. Lovely. I want to go to 10 because I think they said there was equipment there. Unless I know from the map layout where other terminals might be that would allow me to open the staircase.
You can't know from the map because there's nothing noted on it on its own. From what you can gather from that is just that the father, Mr. Trumant, the Grand Trumant, was actually designing this place himself. But the remote system control technically would tell you where most of the systems are.
Okay, I'll have a look at the remote system control.
All right, you look at the remote system control. Now you know there is, again, the camera system, intercom system, chip mail, hologram system, door control system, the mainframe interface. There is the emergency contact system. There are the rooms and the system safety control. And there are the pod settings. Pod settings seems to be the one that's off. However, you can inspect any of these closer. Every other one is on.
Firstly, the mainframe.
The mainframe seems to show all the interfaces with which you could try to access the system. And from that, you would understand that the one in the pit pod room, that seems to be the one that's functioning.
That's which has a functioning terminals, basically?
Yeah.
All right.
That has a functioning interface.
All right. Okay, but I can control everything from here, right?
The interfaces here are broken. The keys and everything seems to be very badly damaged. You don't know how, but it's just all very badly damaged, broken.
All right. I guess if I can't use any of them and I can't do the doors, I'll have to run to the pet pod place and do it there.
You guys see Artie starting to run past the hallway again and step on the same paper that was underneath.
Oh, I wanted to examine that.
Artie runs back and steps on it more.
The Chico says, if I'm not real, then why my bite hurts?
Don't listen to her. Of course dreams hurt. Has she never had a nightmare? Fucking bitch.
Yeah, I'm not listening to her. I know she's not real.
If I'm not real, will you let me bite your balls again?
Whatever. And then he just continues what he's doing.
I want to imagine Artie doing like a wrist flick. Whatever.
Whatever. All right,
also,
Mom.
I think it's quite clear to all of us that he's now having a conversation with a voice in his head.
Yeah, none of you can hear the voice, but all of you can hear him.
So, Sachiko examines the paper before it's stepped on again. I wanted to examine the blood pattern with my bioanalyst and also read the content. I want to know if someone was killed while holding those papers and their body is up there or something.
The paper reads, I'm glad that I brought up all that was dear to me. I saw him before he locked the shelter, dressed as father, fake, and he's locked it up. Let him keep the trophies. I have already proven myself anyway. There's no way mother or father would believe that they are his. I'm certain. And checking the blood, it seems like you think the paper has been shriveled up there, where you think there was a body maybe later placed on it or blood splatter later added to the mix before it was even sucked into the vent. So someone wasn't holding it. It was definitely in a room first, catching dust, and then blood was added.
So I was hoping that this could mean that the sister is dead, but maybe it's another person, another something. Okay. Sachiko just casually points out that we need to convince Artie that he is not dreaming us.
Noel, anything you want to do?
So is Cinder still in the vent?
No. You see all three Cinders run towards those rooms. Do you want to follow them?
Yeah, okay, I'm gonna stay with the pack.
All right. You start to follow the Cinders as they go to the three rooms. You yourself, as you run with them, you go past both the living room and the dining room, just a big dining table, as if it was just left there in the middle of a dining session. As for room 1, 2, and 3, I will give you a quick overview as the three Cinders open them up. All of the doors, all of them seem to have been forced into. Some of them that were thicker doors and like more secure doors, they seem to have been cuts with power tools or like a welder used to cut through. Room 1, instantly as you enter, it's a very dimly lit room. Just the lighting itself kind of invites you into the king bed that's in the middle of it. You think it's made to be completely convenient. There is a retractable table that you think you can pull out of the wall near the bed. There's a slider in the wall. Now, if you look down, there would be a dressing table and a slider closet. Left, there is just another door to the room to the side, to 2. And towards the right of the room, there is a fridge and there are pictures on the wall.
Okay.
Am I in the room with her at this point?
With which one do you want to go? One goes in room 1, one goes in room 2, and one goes in room 3.
Right, so I'm gonna try and identify which one of them is the most real.
Is the most what?
Is the most real. The one that she is most aware of being herself. I'm trying to follow that one.
I don't. No matter how many rolls of your perception I do, it's more about.
Yeah, but one is in charge here. Like, she's been ordering the other two around this whole time, like slaves. There's a chain of command.
I guess you would go towards Cinder Center.
Yeah, okay, I go to the center. Since the other two split off, I just walk straight forward.
Right into the pussy.
Making those distinctions is going to be the easiest and best thing for my life.